I am thinking me and him to doing him against Joshua now. Joshua, if he destroy him, it will be good for me. The headache of JakePaul will go from my mind.
JakePaul, the headache of JakePaul will go from my mind if Anthony Joshua destroys him.
I'd love to walk into the lion's den and have everyone saying Jake Paul and then knock someone out like he did tonight. So we'll see what happens, but I know I can do it.
Who's that someone?
Anthony.
Want to fight Anthony Joshua exclusive because I know that I will beat Anthony Joshua. I know I will
got knocked out, right?
Yeah. He doesn't have a chin and he has no skill and he's stiff. And I love you, Anthony. We're friends. But I want to fight you. I will beat Canelo. I will beat a lot of people. I will not beat David.
Did you get Jake Paul here tonight as well?
Yeah, I see him. He's guest for Queensberry, and we are talking now about the future. It's win-win deal.
You seem to have made anything possible in boxing. Is the dream coming true? I sat with you a long time ago now.
You are with me from 3 years now. You see what happened. But Saudi Arabia now is pushing to have big events, great events, not only inside the kingdom, also outside the...
Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. Sounds insane, right? But it might actually happen. Saudi sports boss Turki Alalshikh says Jake Paul has agreed to fight Joshua, and negotiations are already in motion. What started as internet buzz is now a serious conversation among promoters, fighters, and global investors. Jake Paul has spent years silencing critics. He's beaten MMA legends, survived 10 rounds with a former world champion.
Even about it being realistic or not, like it's gonna happen. So fasten your seatbelts or whatever. And when I knock him out, I go down in the history book.
Today about a certain Tyson Fury placing £1 million on you to knock Anthony Joshua out if that fight's made. What's your response to Tyson?
I'll 10x it. I'll put $10 million. Whatever.
Where's Fun?
Yeah.
Where's Fun? Where's Fun?
What? Oh, Floyd. Where's Floyd? Yeah, I'll 10x it though. I'll put $10 million on me versus Joshua. Easy work. Like seriously, I believe myself. Tyson Fury's a smart guy. A lot of people think it's talking shit, but Joshua has a weak chin, so.
How strong have those conversations been with Turkey? Have you spoken since you've been in London?
The bones of you and Anthony Joshua. Is it happening or not?
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I want it to happen here. All the odds stacked against me. I believe that I will beat him and shock the world and create one of the biggest upsets in boxing history.
Tyson Fury was saying he put $1 million on you beating Anthony Joshua.
I seen that. He's backing me. He's a smart lad.
But how do you love the atmosphere here? Wembley's brilliant. We'd love to see you fight here, by the way.
And I love it. Like the UK fans really love boxing even more than American fans. So I'm going around the pubs, talking to all the people, asking them about how they think about the fight. I just love the atmosphere. I love to be here, and this is always...
And even cracked the cruiserweight rankings. But Anthony Joshua is on another level. A knockout artist, a former unified heavyweight champion, a man who's fought at the top of the sport for over a decade. Joshua is expected to return to the ring this December after recovering from elbow surgery following his loss to Daniel Dubois.
Yeah. You want Anthony Joshua? Yeah. You really want Anthony Joshua? Not only do I want him, but we're fighting next year. But you saw him against Francis Ngannou, right? Yeah, he's a beast. But this is what I'm saying. I want something that wakes me up. I want to wake up and be like, oh man, my life's on the line. That type of excites me, bro. I need that challenge. I need that fucking crazy bad. We're going to fucking War 300 Spartan shit. It's in my soul. It's in my DNA.
Joshua here. Now, is this fight done? What are we talking about?
You know, it's going to happen. Like, seriously, it's going to happen. We were talking with Turkey tonight, negotiations live in person, which are always fun. But it's going to happen, and it's just such an exciting fight that crosses the whole globe. When you ask a lot of people about certain boxers, they don't know their names. And everywhere I've been going, I just talk about Anthony, and I don't have, you know, like, I'm global, so it's just such a good fight for the sport of boxing, and people will think I will die, but I will show them why I can rise against all odds.
And now the idea of using Jake Paul as his comeback opponent is gaining traction. Jake isn't just talking, he's betting big. $10 million on himself. He's calling it easy work. Tyson Fury even backed him, calling it a 50-50 fight. Whether that's real support or just mind games, it's adding fuel to the fire.
AJ, ever so quickly, I watched Jake Paul the weekend. I feel a bit dirty saying that because I'm not a fan of his, but he did say after the fight that he's sort of having DMs or he's dropping text messages to AJ. They're having a chat about a potential fight. What's your view on that, Eddie?
Well, look, he's calling out Gervonta Davis, who is a 135-pound lightweight, and he's calling out Anthony Joshua, that's a heavyweight monster. I think Jake Paul is crazy enough to fight Anthony Joshua because the money would be absolutely obscene. It's a catastrophic mismatch that people would tune in to watch because it would lead to the end of Jake Paul. Hopefully not literally, but it's that dangerous that, you know, it's a fight that I don't think should really happen, if I'm honest. I would say about Jake Paul, and I've said this in a couple of interviews today, I do think you start after giving him a margin of respect. You know, I think this guy is going through the motions, he's putting the hard spars in. He just went 10 rounds with, yes, a washed up fighter, but a former world champion that did train for that fight. But they're very clever in terms of the opponents that they pick. They're not going to gamble unless the money's out of control. And it wouldn't surprise me if Jake Paul, wanted to move forward with an Anthony Joshua fight. Honestly, AJ's coming tonight. He's not exactly looking at Jake Paul going, oh, that's my dream opponent. No. Would he go in there and give him a hiding for, you know, a massive chunk of money? Probably. I'd be saying, yeah, go on. I'd like.
Talk about possibly Joshua using Jake Paul as a tune-up to fight you. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know about tune-up. I think Jake Paul knocks him out.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why so? What impresses you about Jake Paul?
I just think Jake Paul would knock AJ out. I think AJ's a spent force, and I think Jake Paul's on the rise. And I like his new heavyweight look. Chubby.
Eddie Hearn, Joshua's promoter, says if the money is right, he wouldn't rule it out. He admits Jake Paul's crazy enough to take the risk, and Joshua just might take the paycheck.
Jake Paul is doing so many things great for boxing. I don't care what everybody says. If he's going to fight ex-boxers, you know, he should fight Roy Jones next.
How does the Joshua fight go between Jake and Joshua?
I will tell him not to fight Joshua. I'll tell him not to.
Why?
Because Joshua will actually smoke him out for the sake of it. Yeah. Joshua will smoke him out. So I'll tell him, you know what, you got your thing going on. Fight Roy Jones, fight Floyd Mayweather, fight all these guys.
Listen to me. Don't take a dive with this Jake Paul, mate. Do not do that, not for $1 billion, my pal. Don't do it. Don't do as the others have done. Do not take dives. If he fights you, knock him dead as a nit, and good luck with it.
Tyson says he's going to bet £1 million on Jake Paul knocking out Joshua.
This is what I'm saying. How does that work?
He can't, can he?
Anthony Joshua could knock Jake Paul out with his dick. So if it goes any other way, you know.
You give me a headline there, by the way.
If it goes any other way, you know it's f***ing fixed.
But others, like Derek Chisora, strongly disagree. He's warning Paul to walk away, calling Joshua a different breed and predicting a brutal ending if it goes ahead. This wouldn't just be a boxing match. It would be a global media spectacle.
People, that's the criticism. Fight someone in their prime who's a beast. I think people just want to see me lose. That's really what the message is behind it all. And Anthony Joshua is an insane fight, but I want that challenge. We've been DMing back and forth. He wants to make it happen. He called me up, and it's looking very likely.
It's confirmed that they are actually in talks to have this fight before a possible fight against Fury.
Well, Eddie Hearn's a promoter first and foremost, and he's in the business of making money. I'm not so sure he's even thinking about anybody's, getting hurt or anything like that. That hasn't even entered his head. But it should, because somebody could easily lose their life.
That's quite a concern, isn't it? I mean, that should be the forefront of everybody's mind.
I think so. I think there's the fight business, and then there's the fight game, and the way they're talking about it, they're talking about it like it's a game. I don't think Anthony Joshua would take Jake Paul lightly, any way, shape, or form, and it'd be so easy to hit. You're talking about a trained athlete against
legacy versus hype, elite versus entertainer. If Jake Paul wins, it flips boxing upside down. If Joshua wins, it's business as usual, and a reminder of what real heavyweight power looks like. It's bold, it's risky, and it might be happening sooner than anyone expected. Stay subscribed. This fight could change everything.